Be Still My Beating Heart. Please welcome Nelly Furtado. Nelly, it is great to have you here. Wonderful to have you here. I mean,
Thanks.
all these 18 million albums you've sold.
Yes.
And then suddenly this change of language, this one, Mi Plan, into Spanish. Now, you obviously grew up speaking it, presumably, to have
Yeah, I
suddenly decided.
did. Portuguese and then Spanish. So I've been familiar with singing in both languages for quite a while now. It's really enjoyable for me and quite comfortable.
Now, the interesting thing is a lot of people say about opera, they'd far rather listen to opera in a language they don't know. Italian opera is wonderful because it's so lyrical.
Yes.
Have you found that with Spanish? Instead of singing in English, which is
Yeah.
sometimes not, you know, sort of very comfortable with music.
Yeah.
Is that happening with Spanish?
Yeah, it's more dramatic and you can be more emotional, like very passionate, romantico, very romantic. And it's been a lot of fun,
So are you by nature a romantic and passionate person?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I can be pretty fiery, but I'm pretty level-headed as well.
It's the Latin temperament that brings the fire, obviously.
Yeah, along with my, you know, level-headed
So you're a two-sided...
Canadian upbringing.
Oh, yeah, actually, there's Jane...
And gardening upbringing.
Really?
The west coast of Canada, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's a bit chilly.
I grew up on an island, Vancouver Island.
Gosh, I've been
Yeah,
there.
and my
Wonderful.
parents also are from an island in Portugal, so, you know, lots of fresh air, lots of...
Lots of growing. I mean, Portugal grapes and stuff, but Vancouver, too. Great growing tradition there. You've got the Bouchard Gardens there.
Yeah, oh my gosh, you know the Bouchard
I've been
Gardens?
there, yeah.
Have you ever seen the fireworks?
No.
They do fireworks on Saturday evenings in the summer. It's beautiful. You
I'll
set
book
up
me
your
flight.
picnic
Will you invite me
blanket.
over and put me up?
Yeah, my daughter loves it. Let's do it.
Now, so going and singing this entire thing, you obviously don't do it on your own. You've had help with this. I mean, you said about making this album, it's been a kind of communal exercise, really, doing it with a load of friends. Has that made it more fun than just being completely single-minded?
I think so. I mean, I think I secretly have always wanted to be in a band, not a solo artist. It's kind of lonely being a solo artist, so I like to seek out other kindred souls and jam and make music. That's what makes it fun for me.
It also seems to me now that, I mean, you've got a daughter, that you've regard family life every bit as important as you do the work.
Yes, yes, it's so important. I mean, the two things I love the most are my family and my music. You know, I love being a mother. I absolutely adore it. I love being home and just all the simple things, like just, you know, parenting. It's so important.
It keeps you a real person, doesn't it, really, rather than getting your head so totally in the clouds and
yeah,
an
when
unreal
I started
world.
out, I mean, I was just like a young single bird, and
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the song.
And I, you know, it was about 20 or something, and it was a lot to take on, I think. It was so super fun, and I did it 24 hours a day, but now that I'm a mother, you know, it's part of my life, but not my whole life.
But doesn't the fact that you've got part of your life which is different, i.e. the mother, make the singing bit that much more enjoyable? It's the counterbalance, isn't it, the contrast between the two?
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, it's an escape. You get out there and you can kind of take on a character and just kind of, it's like theatre, right? It's fun. It is an escape.
Is it a bit nerve-wracking, too, doing this album totally in Spanish? Is it kind of, ooh, was this a good idea? Or...
Well, it's kind of interesting because before I dabbled in Spanish, so I would go to, you know, Latin American countries and I would do my interviews in Spanish, and if I made a mistake, they thought it was cute. And now it's like, Nelly, you've got a whole album in Spanish, in case you didn't notice. So it's like, you know, my Spanish has improved a little bit.
Well, all our Spanish viewers can be the judge. Would you like to go and sing a song for us? Would that be okay?
Yes.
Wonderful. You wander over there.
Thank you.
Thank you.